Hello, my name is Kiriath, and today we are going to talk about that artwork a little bit more because, well, it's now on the Warhammer community site, and we have essentially direct confirmation that we're going to be getting something out of this artwork in form of models, and they've decided to show off the Salamanders and Imperial Fists prime art characters that we're going to get with their supplements. So, yeah, things are happening all of a sudden. Let's take a look at this artwork first. So this is what I was talking about earlier today that was uploaded to the Warhammer Art store under the title of Drazhar versus Jain Zar, and you can clearly see now, yeah, it is actually a thing. What was supposed to be there, sort of. Clearly not supposed to have been there quite when it was. This is very much, I feel, a reactionary thing to the fact that it went up early, everyone grabbed it, people were talking about it, and so it is now available out in the wild in an official capacity. Now, this is good, because it shows the thing that we were talking about earlier, but it also leads to, essentially, a direct confirmation that we're going to be getting something out of this. So, as they say down here, we can see some Howling Banshees battling a force of Incubi, Asuryani and Drukhari locked in mortal combat, just as they have been so many times since the fall of the galaxy-spanning empire. Yet who are the mighty champions dueling at the centre of the illustration? The iconic, how do you pronounce that word? Traskeel? Triskeel? It should be try, right? Because it's a three thing. Triskeel? Whatever. In the Howling Banshee's right hand can only mean one thing. It's Jain Zar, but who is her opponent? And more crucially, how are they able to go blade to blade with the legendary Phoenix Lord without being cut to ribbons? You can now get this as a wallpaper, which I think is actually quite cool. Now at the bottom here, we've already shown you the Exarch and Clavex from the upcoming Howling Banshees and Incubi kit, so make sure you check back with us again on Monday when we'll be revealing the first of the duelists. If you thought the Exarch and Clavex were awesome, which they totally are, wait until you see who's coming. So, if that URL was correct for the Warhammer store, we're going to be getting a plastic Jain Zar or Drazhar on Monday. So that's something to look forward to, and it's a nice confirmation of what we thought when we talked about it in the original video. So that's nice. Now, let's have a look at some Primaris stuff, because the Salamanders and Imperial Fist stuff is right here. Fists and Fire, new miniatures revealed. You may have heard that two champions of the Adeptus Astartes have recently crossed the Rubicon Primaris, one a stone-hearted son of Dawn. I'm reading too quickly. The other a hot-blooded scion of Vulcan. Okay, I like the let's skip the potato cam and get straight to the good stuff. I believe that is probably in reference to the fact that the picture down here appeared a little, maybe a couple of hours ago in not great quality. Let's watch the videos first. Let's do that. Alright, okay, calm down. God. I mean, the music, not too bad. Things are hotting up. They're really going for it, aren't they? Okay, so let's look at the models in a static fashion so we can see them properly. You know what? Look, even if you don't like the Primaris stuff, I have to say I do like that Salamander. I do like that a lot. That has everything that I think some of the Primaris stuff is lacking. That Salamander's model. It's got ornamentation, it's got distinct personality. That is, you cannot look at that and not immediately know, oh hey, that is 100% Salamanders. There is nothing else that could possibly be. It screams of the Sons of Vulcan. Yeah, I like this because it is completely unmistakably Salamanders. The flame motif, the ornamentation on the armour, on the greaves there, the fact that you've got the big brazier on top of the power pack, the scaled cloak, you cannot look at that and mistake it for any other chapter, which is one of the things that the Primaris stuff, I said before, some of it can feel a bit blank. It can feel a bit bland in a way because it makes a lot of chapters look the same. this doesn't look like any other chapter, and I really like it because of that. So let's have a look at some of the close-ups. So, I mean, if that's the base it comes with, which I'm assuming it is, good luck, all of you people who pick this up and decide to try and do lava effects for the first time. You're braver than me. There's just no way I would even attempt it, because it would end up looking terrible. But that is quite a cool base, and again, nice and fitting. I really do like that extra ornamentation on the lower legs there. I like that. It feels very like artificer, like master crafted. Artificer, you know what I mean. And the the pose I actually really like. It seems like a proper combat pose, not a look at me, I'm a hero pose. The whole raising the massive flame pistol, inferno pistol maybe? I like that. That to me feels a bit more... Again, it has a bit more personality than just the generic standing there holding your hand up. It looks like this model is doing something. He is about to melt someone's actual face, which, as a salamander, he should be anyway. And yeah, you should not have a salamander's champion or captain or whatever without there being some sort of scaly cloak going on. It's like a signature of that chapter, and it should remain so. The fact that they stuck a massive one on this Primaris dude, that makes me happy. That does make me happy. And yeah, again, Thunder, like, actual interesting war gear. It's what I want more from the Primaris stuff. I want more personality, and this has got more personality. I don't even mind the head, and you know how much I don't like bare heads, even like half helmet heads, like rebreather heads. I still prefer full helmets, but I even like the head on this guy. That's, to be honest, that's kind of an achievement, because I normally just don't like them at all. But yeah, that Salamanders one, I like that a lot. Now, the Imperial Fist, don't know why he gets a proper clicky where the other one didn't. That looks, honestly, that looks like something I'd make. And so weirdly, I don't know whether I like the fact that it looks like something I'd make. That looks like a kind of kit bash that I would put together to make something over the top. Genuinely, it does. The massive power fist with whatever is on the back of that. At first I was like, has that got like bolters in the knuckles? Because that's hardcore. But the barrel, I don't know whether those are barrels or not, or whether it's like some sort of crazy like siege fist. Is that going to be a new thing? Like siege fists or something? That I can't really make out what that is. I'll be honest, don't like the head on this one. Not just because I don't like bare heads. I don't know what it is. I'm just not feeling the head, which is a shame because I actually quite like the rest of the model, even if it is an Imperial Fist. I mean, you can shave, you can scrape the fist icon off, and it would be obviously far better for it. But the actual overall look of it, I do like. It's, again, it has so much more personality than a lot of the Primaris stuff. I wouldn't say that it screams Imperial Fist necessarily, which in a way might be a good thing because it would mean it's more usable for, like, more accessible in terms of conversions and stuff. Obviously, with the current setup, it's unmistakably Imperial Fist, but I feel like you could easily tweak this to fit your own, like, chapter master or particularly punchy captain needs if you wanted to. Which in a way makes me like it a bit more than I think I might otherwise do. There's a lot of conversion potential for this one, I feel like. Oh, and also there is obviously a grav gun sticking out of the power pack, which is very interesting to me. So I'm assuming that is the targeting thing for the grav gun that's sticking out the top. There's a lot of extra cables, obviously Gravis armor this time around as well. The extra cable work, yeah. In fact, that's not even a grav gun, is it? That's a grav cannon, I think. I'm pretty sure. Honestly, it's a little bit difficult to tell the scale of it. This model looks and feels massive to me. I don't know whether it's just me, but it feels like properly bulked out, which I know Gravis armor does that, but I mean, let's actually have a quick look at... I've got a Gravis guy right here. Yeah, that's a cannon, not a gun, isn't it, sticking out the top there, so interesting. So yeah, I have to admit, I'm liking both of these. I am liking both of them. I know it's more Primaris, and I know there's going to be plenty of people who are like, no, boo, Primaris, go away. But, I mean, what else are you expecting with the supplements on the way? I mean, obviously there's going to be a bunch of new Primaris stuff, and we did know there was going to be characters for all of these guys, all of these chapters. As characters go, though, they're pretty solid. They are pretty solid. I'll say for just flat out being, like, properly, perfectly representative of the chapter, the Salamanders one is absolutely great. I think it is just so full of individual personality for that chapter. But for being adaptable and for something with a ton of conversion potential and just being able to create ludicrous, like, heavily armed monstrosity captains and stuff, the Imperial Fist, I think, wins that contest. But again, painted yellow, he most definitely looks like a fist. The first thing I would do, though, is genuinely take the head off, and I would put a normal Gravis Captain head in. Or just something just not that head. I'm just not feeling the head. But to be honest, not feeling the head is not too bad. That's getting very, good God, the phrasing on that was terrible. Not finding the head to be suited. There's no way to put it in a way that doesn't now just sound dirty. I don't like his face, so I would change that. That'd be the first thing I'd change. But to be honest, I just have a preference for not that anyway, so a lot of that is probably just down to that innate bias that I have. But yeah, I'm liking both of these. I'm liking both of them, I have to say. The fact that they've got more personality and they stand out more and are kind of flying in the face of the fairly bland presentation of a lot of the Primaris stuff, which of course does mean that these things are more exceptional when you come across them. It's working in their favour for me. And I'll take more options for Gravis armour anyway, because, I just want more Gravis stuff, because I like the Gravis armour like the most out of all of it. Even the Gut Captain out of Dark Imperium I do like. So yeah, there you go. God, what a bit busy for announcements there. Genuinely, something that we talked about earlier is happening. We are going to see a plastic, either one of those two, Drazhar or Jain Zar, which is gratifying and nice to know. And we have a new Salamanders Primaris character and a new Imperial Fist Primaris character, both of whom I really do like. Let me know what you think of all of that in the comments down below. In the meantime, feel free to click all the things, Patreon, video subscribe, all that stuff. And of course, there is a affiliate link in the description for Element Games, which you can click. And if you click it and buy stuff, I get something for sending you that way. You support the channel by buying something that you were going to buy anyway at 15 to 25% off. Across Paints and 40k and Age of Sigmar and every other tabletop game imaginable, because they stock literally everything. You can do that if you like. It's a nice way to support the channel. No extra effort on your part. But you don't have to. It's entirely up to you. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Toodaloo.